Hello, welcome to come back to mini stories. The race. Let's go.
Mini story for the race. Let's get started. It was 5 o'clock and Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco.
Oh,
When was Alan riding his motorcycle?
well, at 5 o'clock and Alan will ride his motorcycle.
At 5 o'clock, right? At 5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Was Alan riding his car?
No.
Or was Alan riding his motorcycle?
Of course, Alan
Of
will
course,
ride his
Alan
motorcycle.
was riding his motorcycle. Where was Alan riding his motorcycle?
It's
In San Francisco.
Alan is riding his
Alan was
motorcycle
riding
in
his
San
motorcycle in San Francisco. When was he riding?
At 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock.
Alan will riding his
At 5
motorcycle
o'clock,
in San Francisco.
Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. He was riding down Van Ness Street and came to a stoplight.
Oh,
Who was riding down Van Ness Street?
Alice was going down Van Ness
Alan
Street.
was riding down Van Ness Street. What was he riding on?
On motorcycles.
On a motorcycle. He was riding on his motorcycle.
Like,
Was he riding down Market Street?
no.
No, not Market Street. He wasn't riding down Market Street. Was he riding down Lombard Street?
No, it wasn't.
No, he wasn't riding down Lombard Street. He was riding down Van Ness Street. When? When was he riding down Van Ness Street?
At 5 o'clock, he was riding
At 5
down
o'clock.
Van Ness Street.
At 5 o'clock, he was riding down Van Ness Street. Who was riding down Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock?
And Alan
Alan.
was riding
Alan
down Van Ness Street.
was riding
at 5
down
o'clock.
Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock. Was he in a truck?
No, it wasn't a truck.
No, he
He's
wasn't
on his
in a
motorcycle.
truck. He
He's come to a
was
stop.
on his motorcycle. And he came to a stoplight.
Oh.
Did Alan come to a go light?
No. He just came to
No.
He
He didn't come to a go light. He came to a stoplight. We never say go light. We only say stoplight. Who came to a stoplight? Alan, of course. Alan came to a stoplight. What was he on when he came to a stoplight? A motorcycle. He was on a motorcycle when he came to a stoplight.
Well, on Van Ness Street.
Where
the stoplight
was the
Van Ness
stoplight?
Street.
Well, on Van Ness Street. The stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Was the stoplight on Embarcadero Street? Or was the stoplight on Van Ness Street?
Van Ness Street, of course.
Van Ness, of course, Van Ness. The stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Who was at the stoplight?
Alan's stoplight.
Alan was at the stoplight. Which city was Alan in? In San Francisco, of course.
Of course, Alan is San Francisco.
Alan was in San Francisco. Where is Van Ness?
Well, Van Ness Street is
Well, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Of course, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Is Van Ness Street in New York? Or is Van Ness Street in San Francisco?
Of course, Van Ness Street is in San
Of
Francisco.
course, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Where was Alan riding?
He riding on Van Ness Street in San Francisco and
was riding
came to stoplight.
On Van Ness Street in San Francisco. And he came to a stoplight. A red Ferrari pulled up next to him.
Oh.
Did the red Ferrari pull up behind him?
No, was not behind.
No, not
Next to
behind him. The red Ferrari pulled up next to him.
A red Ferrari do something to
What
him.
pulled up next to Alan?
A red Ferrari pulled up next to
A red
Alan.
Ferrari. A red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. Did Alan pull up next to a red Ferrari?
No. Alan pulled up
No.
next to
Alan
a red
didn't pull
Ferrari.
up
A red
next to a
Ferrari
red
pulled up
Ferrari.
next to Alan.
A red Ferrari pulled up next to him. Where did the red Ferrari pull up next to Alan?
Pulled up next to Alan.
At a stoplight on Van Ness Street. At a stoplight on Van Ness Street, a red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. Was Alan in a red Ferrari?
No. Wasn't Alan?
No. Alan wasn't in a red Ferrari.
Motorcycle.
He was on a motorcycle. Alan was on a motorcycle. What did the red Ferrari do?
It's pushed up next to Alan's. A red Ferrari
pulled
pushed up
up
next to Alan.
Next to Alan. The red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. The driver was wearing dark sunglasses.
Oh.
So, Alan was wearing dark sunglasses.
No, not Alan. Alan was
No, not Alan. Alan wasn't wearing dark sunglasses. Who was wearing dark sunglasses?
The driver Ferrari. The driver
The driver of the Ferrari.
Sunglasses.
The driver of the Ferrari was wearing dark sunglasses, not Alan. The driver looked over at Alan. Did the driver look behind Alan?
No. He looks.
No. He looked over at Alan. Who looked over at Alan?
The driver's the Ferrari.
The driver
over
of
at
the
Alan.
Ferrari looked over at Alan. Did Alan look over at the driver?
Yes. In this Alan's.
Yes, he did. Alan also looked over at the driver.
The driver.
Who was the driver?
Tommy Cruise.
Tom Cruise!
Yes.
Tom Cruise
looks over
was
at
the driver. Alan looked over
at the
at the driver and realized that the driver was Tom Cruise. Who was the driver of the Ferrari?
Tom Cruise was
Tom Cruise was the driver of the Ferrari. Who was the motorcycle rider?
Alan was
Alan.
the motorcycle.
Alan was the motorcycle rider.
Tom Cruise was
And
the
Tom
driver
Cruise
of Ferrari.
was the driver of the Ferrari. Who looked over at Alan?
Tom Cruise looked
Tom Cruise.
over
Tom
Alan.
Cruise looked over at Alan. What was Tom Cruise wearing?
Sunglasses. Tom Cruise
Sunglasses.
wearing that sunglasses.
Tom Cruise was wearing dark sunglasses. Was Alan wearing dark sunglasses?
No, he was not.
No, he wasn't.
Wearing dark
Alan wasn't
sunglasses.
wearing
Tom Cruise
dark sunglasses.
wearing dark
Tom Cruise
sunglasses.
was wearing dark sunglasses. And he looked over at
And
Alan.
he looks over at Alan's.
Tom sneered at Alan.
Oh.
Oh no. Did Tom smile?
No. This no smile.
No, he didn't.
He
Tom
sneered
didn't
at
smile. He sneered at Alan. Was Tom friendly and nice?
No, this funny.
No, he wasn't friendly
Tom
and
sneered
nice.
at Alan.
He sneered at Alan. Did Alan sneer at Tom Cruise? Or
Oh.
did Tom Cruise sneer at Alan?
Yes, this Tom sneers at Alan.
Well, Tom Cruise sneered at Alan. After he sneered, what did Tom Cruise say?
When the light turn green,
Well,
let's
he
race.
said, when the light turns green, let's race.
Thank you for watching.
After he sneered